Upanishads. Upa means Samibe. Nishad means to sit near the Guru. So these Upanishads evaluate the entire Vedas and whatever has been stated earlier. Without going through this portion and understanding its relevance, purpose and all that, people are still following the ritualistic sections. So these are the Vedas that we have. Every one of you has to understand that Veda is a treasure of knowledge. What knowledge? The knowledge we will not know otherwise. Otherwise means what? We have eyes to see, ears to hear, nose to smell, tongue to taste and skin to touch. All these are knowledge. We need not depend upon look into the Vedas. Suppose Vedas say fire is cold, we cannot accept it and believe it. So we have to verify whatever statements and revelations are there. If they are subjected to reason, logic and approval, we will accept it. Otherwise, reject it like a blade of grass. But all these points people do not know. They are deluded, fearful, always partitioning, having preference and prejudice, and they lose sight of the real truth. So what are the Vedas telling us? There are 4 Vedas and 4 Mahavakyas. Rigvedic Mahavakya is Prajnanam Brahma. Brahman, the supreme reality, is in the form of a perfected knowledge. Can you imagine? Knowledge is the supreme reality and not matter or energy. Can you ever understand this? Then the second Yajurveda has got Aham Brahmasmi. What I refer to by the word I is itself the supreme reality. So the supreme reality is not non-experiential and is not far away from us. Tattvamasi is the third Mahavakya from Chandogya Upanishad. It is from Samaveda. Aham Brahmasmi is from Yajurveda. Tattvamasi is actually Tad Tvam Asi. The supreme reality or the source of knowledge that you are seeking and inquiring into is yourself. You are yourself that. Then Atharva Veda has got Ayam Atma Brahma. These are the 4 Mahavakyas. All these Mahavakyas and all the 4 Vedas, ultimately they only make one proposition. Brahmavid Apnodi Param. Brahmavid Apnodi Param. Can you say this? The one who knows the supreme reality, Brahman or the self, he attains the supreme. So the supreme is attained by knowledge, not by anything else. This knowledge should become so thorough and so consistent and incessant that Kenopanishad puts it in a very nice manner. Pratibodha vididam madam amrtatvam hi vindade. Pratibodha vididam madam. You have to realize the truth, not in the meditative hours of absorption, but in all the states and awareness of you. In the wakeful state, in the sleep state, in the dream state. In every manovritti and buddhivritti, you must be able to realize it. Pratibodha vididam madam, amrutatvam de. Such a person attains immortality. All these are embodying knowledge. Knowledge is the means, it is the goal as well as the end alike. Sannyasa is meant to unveil this knowledge and attain it and perfect it. Until you take up sannyasa, this knowledge cannot be perfect. What is sannyasa? Completely distancing oneself from blood and matrimonial relations, and also from the birthplace. When these two identities are dropped, you are nowhere and nothing. Because you are nowhere and nothing, the providence alone becomes your refuge. For our Vimala Prajna, she should understand that providence, the supreme reality, alone is her refuge. She cannot grumble anymore in life, and she has to be soft and kind to people. Under any circumstances, she cannot become irritating, intolerant, or hurting to anybody. Her presence should clearly speak fearlessness for people. It is a test for her austerity. It is a test for her wisdom. It is a test for her jnana nishtha. Sannyasa alone has the power to unveil this wonderful knowledge and jnana nishtha. This Guru Purnima, as I have always said, is the most sacred day in the Indian almanac. We may have so many days holy, but this Guru Purnima is completely devoted to the Guru. Every one of you will agree with me when I say, no child born to the mother will ever learn anything except from somebody. Suppose a mother never talks to the child after his birth, never talks. Akbar tried it during his time. The child could not speak at all, because the child should see how the mother is speaking, producing sounds, looking into the lips and hearing. So, for knowledge in human life, we should always have a teacher. And normal knowledge is object-based knowledge, sensory knowledge. This is knowledge about what is present within your body. Everything outside is sensorily perceptible, but what is inside the body alone is non-perceptible to the senses. So what does it mean? Understand very clearly. We have to get the knowledge about what is present within the body, animating and activating the inert body made up of food and matter. What is that presence which you refer to as the I? You should know it. This time we have, in the observance of Guru Purnima, something very additional in the way of, I have given sannyasa to Namrata and named her as Vimala Prajna. This is something very, very memorable in the history of the ashram and also in my own lifetime. Sanatana Dharma, that is what Hinduism is. This Sanatana Dharma can be condensed in 12 words. Did you listen to me well? 12 words. Nothing else you have to know. What are the 12 words? 4 varnas, 4 ashramas and 4 purusharthas. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. All the 4 have their inner tendencies shaped by nature, preserved by nature. Nobody is introducing the tendency himself. When he is born, he already is imbued with tendencies, to some extent inherited, and thereafter it is accelerated and enhanced. Everybody is born a Shudra and he becomes a Brahmana by option and effort. Janmana jayade Shudraha Karmana jayate dvijaha is the pramana. Everyone is born as a Shudra to begin with. Then by virtue of his austerity, options, discipline, values, goals and proper selections, discrimination and the like, he has to become a Brahmana. A Brahmana's life is meant for austerity and seek this inward subjective knowledge, because that knowledge itself gives fulfillment. Then we have 4 ashramas: Brahmacharya, Garhastya, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa. Brahmacharya is meant for education. When the educational life ends or is completed, then one has to decide whether he will marry or not. So the marriages used to take place in our country any time after 21 years, maybe 22, 23, 24. When the sons are born and they become adults, it is that time that the parents should decide to entrust the household to the son and then depart from there. Till yesterday they were in the house. From today onwards they will be outside. In the household, the entire life is meant to earn, collect, hold, have insurance, this, that and all. But when you become a Vanaprastha, that Vanaprastha never thinks of the next day. And the same mind is capable of doing it. The husband and wife together can take up Vanaprastha life. If they succeed in keeping the Vanaprastha stage for a reasonably good period, then they become ripe and are free to take up sannyasa. The sannyasa is the 4th order of life. Brahmacharya, celibacy, householder life, Vanaprastha, anchorage life, then sannyasa. It is the 4th order. But there are instances where brahmacharis themselves take to sannyasa because they don't find any interest in the others. The other day I was talking to a girl on the telephone when she rang me up. So she is a Sanskrit student coming from a lower land. She was saying, I was mentioning something, Swamiji, I am not going to marry at all. I have told my parents that I am not interested in marriage. How beautifully he talks. Her subject is Sanskrit and she is specializing in it. See, why should she say I am not interested in marriage? There are some such people. They can optionally take to sannyasa anytime. Those sannyasins are called Naishtika Brahmacharis. They are from Brahmacharya, they take to sannyasa. Our Vimala Prajna is such a Naishtika Brahmachari. She was. And she will be a sannyasin also like that. But whether you take it directly from Brahmacharya or otherwise, understand that this is the 4th ashrama for everybody. None of you can say it is not for me. If you were a Brahmachari, and you were, then if you were a householder, you should become a Vanaprasthi and you should also become a sannyasi. If you are not able to, that is different. So don't think of sannyasa that it is meant only for a few. It is meant for all. If you are not taking it, you are not growing up to it, that's all. All people do not score high marks, they get first class. Some people, children, students fail also, like that. So Brahmana's life is for acquiring spiritual wisdom. Kshatriya's life is to protect the society and rule it properly. He acquires necessary prowess, physical powers, etc., and he is prepared to sacrifice his body for the sake of preserving the society. The Vaishya looks after agriculture and trade, very much necessary for the society. And the Shudra, he does not have anything special, but he offers his own body and hard work for the other people and get a remuneration for it. These are the 4 varnas. 4 ashramas I have already spoken. Now, what is the ideal of a human life? There are 86 lakhs of creatures, different kinds of creatures upon the earth. And the human is singular. The human life is completely different from all the rest. What is the difference? The human has got the power of thinking, the power of knowing, and the power of articulating what he thinks and knows. So it is for every one of you to think with my additional or distinct power of articulation, thinking and knowing. What am I supposed to do in life? When this inquiry comes, the answer is sannyasa. Whatever you may say, can you deny this proposition? The entire world is made up of matter and energy. Both matter and energy are inert. They have no potential to generate experience or knowledge, not to speak of generating contentment, joy or ecstasy. Are you hearing me? Is there any object in this world of matter which can give you joy? Can the earth give? Water give? Air give? Fire give? Space give? Joy is an emotion. It's an experience. All forms of matter are inert. They cannot produce experience or joy. So if you want to have joy and fulfillment, where from will it come then? Not from the body and the senses, but something different from the body, inside the body, which animates and activates the body. Tell me, are you the inert body? Huh? What is the answer? If you are not the inert body, what else are you? You are the inner presence inside the body. That inner presence is sentience. It is not matter, it is not energy. Mind, intelligence and ego are its functional expressions. So I want every one of you to say and feel from now on that I am not the body. Can you not say that? Huh? If you are not the body, you can only be what is inside the body. That is how you become the inner presence. It is such a simple proposition. When a person comes to know this, what will he do? He will still be dabbling with the things of matter. Think about it properly. What are the goals in human life? The goals are dharma, artha, kama and moksha. Dharma is ethical disciplines, propriety. Artha means wealth. Subject to the dictates of dharma, ethical disciplines, earn money. We don't say no, earn. Sufficient money, stand on your own feet. That is called artha. Then gratify your desires, kama. You should have no desire in the course of 10 years of your adult life. You must earn, you must spend the money wisely to fulfill your desires. And in the course of about 10 years or so, you must be able to say, I am free of desires. When you become free of desires, what will you do? Dharma, artha and kama are over. What is left aside is only moksha. This moksha comes to you by knowledge. By knowledge. Jnanadeva kaivalya prapti. By knowledge alone one attains redemption. Jnanadeva kaivalya prapti. For moksha, This sannyasa is necessary, indispensable and helpful. Now, this Vimalapatna who has become so today, where will she look to? Only one source. That is the supreme reality, nothing else. People who come to her will recognize her as a sannyasi and will talk only about subjects and matters relating to the spirituality, etc. That facility is there. The sannyasa, what is the ideal? Atmano mokshartham jagadhitaya. A person who takes up sannyasa, his intention is only liberation. And liberation will not come from earth and Panchabhutas. Liberation will come by knowledge. The I in you is already different from the body, different from matter, different from energy. It is in the nature of sentience and consciousness, and it is ever free. It cannot be constricted or bound by anything. It is this knowledge that gives you liberation. In order to gain this knowledge, you don't require anything from the society or world. It is your own effort. The mind has to become pure, intelligence has to become subtle, and you must be able to contemplate upon and realize the inner presence. It is your personal, individual affair. So you have nothing to do with the world, get from the world. So you become free. This sannyasa particularly, if you try, it will not take long. I will try to put it as 3 or 6 years maximum. You must be able to feel liberation. So, Atmano mokshartham jagadhitaya cha. At the same time, your body is not going to fall when you become illumined and liberated, a Jivan Mukta. The body is a biological creation and it has got its sterilities. See, in my family, my father lived up to 80 years. Mother lived up to 84. One of my brothers lived up to 89. Now my body has lived already up to 93, 94 it is running. Is it my merit? No. 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 Is it the merit of my father and mother? No. It is a biological process and outcome and sequence. So in the family in which I was born, my brother died, one mother died very young, at the age of 21 or 22. Another brother died about, I don't know how long, what age. Purushottam Swami is dropping the body, I know. And my sister, one of the sisters, she also died young. So somehow we belong to this group, so my body remains. I have no credit or discredit about it. My parents also have no credit or discredit. It is a biological sequence and biological potentials, possibilities. So, Atmano mokshartham jagadhitaya. In the years of life, a sannyasi lives and he has attained his liberation. Suppose he is living, what will you do? If he has nothing selfish to attain, everything that he thinks about will be for the benefit of the society. I have worked at least with 2 bodies after taking up sannyasa. 2 persons' work I have done, I can say, very reasonably. So all this work was aimed at what? There is nothing for us. We sannyasins and brahmacharis in our ashram, we don't have a millimeter of land and we don't have a fraction of an ayapesa. So we are beggars of the first order. I will also add, but I don't have the freedom to beg also, because our devotees would not like me to beg. They will say, don't beg, we will help you. You see, we are absolute beggars, non-possessors. Such people, whatever they do, it is automatically for the sake of the society. That is why Atmano mokshartham jagadhitaya cha. Sannyasa is of two kinds. One is called Vidvat Sannyasa, another is called Vividisha Sannyasa. Now, in the case of our Vimala Prajna, it is Vividisha Sannyasa. Vetum Icha. She is a seeker of truth, but she has said, I don't want Brahmajnana. I don't want moksha. I only want to serve 3 people. This is what she says. So she has no desire at all. So she is liberated in a way. See how this selfishness vanishes from the mind. But you don't die. Then whatever activity you perform, it will be for the sake of others. In my case, Ma quoted 2 verses here. It is from an Upanishad, and also Gaudapada has quoted in his Karika on Mandukya Upanishad. What is that? Nistutihi nirnamaskaro niswadhankara evaja. Have you understood the truth? Yes. How is it? It is you yourself. It is the inner presence. What you denote by the term I. Oh, I am the truth, I search. So I have got it. I have understood it. Then what else is to be done? Nothing. Then why are you still working? Nistudir, nirnamaskaro, niswadhankara evaja. Never praise a single god or goddess. Never prostrate before anybody, thinking that you have to please him and get something. Let it be God, let it be non-God, let it be angels. Your attitude should be nistudihi nirnamaskara, niswadhakara. Never think of performing udaga kriya, etc. for the departed. Who has departed? Man is not the body. He is the I. Body alone was born. Body alone has died. Nobody has died. Nobody was born. For whom are you performing Shraddha? Question it and leave it. Chalajala nikedashta. You only have 2 factors. One is the mobile body, another is the immovable self. Lift your hands. I have only my transitory body and the imperishable, immovable soul. Nothing else concerns me. Must become an yadi, a wandering monk, and see what happens. Even the pythons live in this world. As long as you have lived, they cannot crawl fast and get hold of a prey. So they only open the mouth, and some bird when it flies swallows. Before a creature was made, its food has already been made. What are you speaking about? The world is not your grandfather's. You are of the world. And for everything there is a system, there is an order, there is a sequence, there is a safety. Yadihi yadruchipo bhave. Depend upon chance, providence. Tattvam adhyatmikam drishtva, tattvam drishtva dubahyadaha. Everything in this world, including your body, is perishable. Never fail to recognize this truth. And what is the other truth? The non-transitory factor is the inner presence, the I. When did you start saying I? When you were 1.5 or 2 years old. What is your age now? A few decades have passed. Has the I changed? No. That is the changeless presence. And where is it? Within you. And what is it? You yourself. So do you have to attain anything? No. Do you need anything from the world? No. Can the world make you this or that? No. What are you free? I have the mobile body and the immovable inner presence. Chalachala nijeda. No. Tattvam adhyatmikam drishtva, tattvam drishtva dubahyadaha, tatvi bhudaha. Be the I, remain the I, be changeless, Never say changeful. No, 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 no. Put a stop to your tongue. Stop your mind thinking that there is change. Put. Tatvi bhudaha tada ramaha. Find delight in that. Tasmad aprachyudo bhavet. Nor never fall from the stool. You know, when I read these two verses, I had no alternative. I simply went to the office and submitted my resignation. At one time I needed employment and you provided me a way for it. I am grateful to you. Please allow me to retire from your service. Now I am going to take up sannyasa. All the people were surprised, but my determination was simple, innocent and easy. This is how knowledge works. My dear souls, understand. You have the same intelligence that I have, but you don't have the straightforwardness that perhaps one seeker should have. The call of the Shastra is always very, very clear. Very, very clear. What is that? Parikshalogan karmajidan brahmano nirvedamayan nastyakrudakృతేన tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva abhigachet samitpani shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Mundakopanishad, I read it after getting my Diksha, maybe 1.5 or 2 years later. I told my Gurudev, please don't ask me to read books. He smiled and said, okay. I have come here to have Diksha and I will do Diksha sadhana and I want to realize God, not read books. He smiled and said, okay, but added, when the time comes, the book for you to read will reach your table. And literally that happened. I took Mundakopanishad and started reading. Oh, it was stunning. What is that? Perform all the rituals in an orderly manner, etc., etc., etc. This is the way for you. I said, what? This I was all doing from my boyhood. And now Mundakopanishad says like this, so what can be done? Then he said, no, all these are leaky boats. Plavahyeve adrutha yajna rupaha edachrayo yebhinandandi